We're gonna do the Song of Songs summary. Hallelujah. From the perspective of, the bride and Messiah to the bridegroom. And this is just a recap, Because I noticed I didn't do a couple other recaps for a couple other chapters. So we're just gonna run through this right quick, and y'all be the glory. And this is simply, all the recaps with the interpretations inserted into the text. So starting with chapter 1. Well, might as well get some help. Let me have my first reader read Song of Songs 1 through 7. Chapter 1, verses 1 through 7.
The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth. For thy laying down thine life for me is better than wine. Because of the savor of thy ecclesia, dwelling in unity, thy character, authority, and reputation is as ointment poured out. Therefore, do the 144,000 which follow the Lamb keep thy commandments always. If you be lifted up, we will deny ourselves, pick up our crosses, and run after thee. The King hath brought me into his chambers. We will be persecuted for righteousness' sake, and men will revile us for your name's sake. We will remember thy covenant more than the horror of Babylon's wine of fornication. The upright lay down their lives for thee. I am black but comely. The priests of the Most High El are as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the Son of Righteousness hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of Israel. But mine own priesthood have I not kept. Tell me, O thou whom my soul will die for, where thou feedest, where thou makest thy flock to rest at noon. For why should I be as one that turneth aside by the flocks of thy companions?
Hallelujah. It continues in verse 8 through 17. It says, if thou know not, O thou fairest among women, go thy way, forth by the footsteps of the saints, and feed thy kids beside the shepherd's tents. I have compared thee, O my love, to a company of the best. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels, thy neck with chains of gold. We will make thee borders of gold with studs of silver, while the king sitteth at his table. My sacrifice sendeth forth the smell thereof. A bundle of sacrifices is my well-beloved unto me. He shall lie all night betwixt my breasts. My beloved is unto me as a ransom in the vineyards of En-gedi. Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thou hast Ruach HaKodesh eyes. Behold, thou art fair, my beloved. Yea, pleasant also our most private, intimate place is life. The beams of our house are righteousness, and our rafters of praise. All right. Chapter 2. Let me have my next reader read Song of Songs 2, 1 through 7.
I am the beauty of the upright and the messenger who issues warnings of the valleys. As a messenger who issues warnings among thorns, so is my love among the daughters. As the apple tree is the center of attention among the trees of the wood, so is my Yahushua among the sons. I sat down under his shadow with great delight, and his love, joy, peace, etc. were sweet to my taste. He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. Stay me with flagons, comfort me with apples, for I am sick of love. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand doth embrace me. I charge you, O daughters of New Jerusalem, by the beauty of Israel, and by the strength of the field, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love, till he please.
Hallelujah. It continues in verses 8 through 12. It says, the voice of my beloved, behold, he cometh leaping upon the kingdom, skipping upon the nations. My beloved is the strong or chief. Behold, he dwelleth within us. He looketh forth at the lamp of the body, showing his light through their perception. My beloved spake and said unto me, rise up, my love, my fair one, and walk. For lo, the dark season is past, the violence is over, the righteous appear on the earth, the time of singing is come, the voice of the Ruach HaKodesh is heard in our land. The Levitical priesthood put forth her young priest, the priesthood of Melchizedek, with those in Yahushua, and having Yahushua in them, give a good smell. Arise, my love, my fair one, and walk. O Ruach HaKodesh, that thou art the refuge of Yahushua in the hidden places of heavens. Let me see the appearance. Let me hear thy call, for sweet is thy call, and thy appearance is comely. Take us the ones that dwell in darkness. Take us the ones that dwell in darkness, the little ones that dwell in darkness, that destroy Yahushua. For Yahushua have tender grapes of love, joy, peace, etc. My beloved is mine, and I am his. He feedeth among the messengers who issue his warnings. Until Yahushua return and the shadows flee away, turn, my beloved, and be thou like the strong or the chief upon the kingdoms of the deaths. Chapter 3. And have my next reader read Song of Psalms 3, 1 through 5, please.
By ignorance on my doctrine I sought him, whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. I will rise now and go about the doctrine of the Ecclesia in the streets and in the broad ways. I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the doctrine of the Ecclesia found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him, and I would not let him go until I had brought him into my mother's house and into the chamber of her throat, of her that conceived me. I charge you, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, my strength, and by the chief of the world, that ye stir not up, nor awake my love till he please.
Hallelujah. It continues in verses 6 through 11. It says, who is this that ascendeth out of the wilderness, like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the merchant? Behold his doctrine, which is Yahushua's. 80 valiant men are about it, the valiant of Israel. They all hold the word of Elohim, being expert in war. Every man have his word upon his thigh, because the fear of Elohim in a time of ignorance. King Yahushua made himself a chariot of wood of righteousness. He made the 12 apostles of Yahushua, thereof those refined, purified, proved by fire. The bottom thereof, the reprovers, i.e. those who gave good timely counsel. The mercy seat of it is of royalty, the midst thereof being paved with love for the daughters of New Jerusalem. Go forth, O ye daughters of New Jerusalem, and behold King Yahushua with the crown wherewith his mother crowned him in the day of his espousals and in the day of the gladness of his heart. All right, we have chapter 4. We have my next reader read chapter 4, verses 1 through 4.
Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thou hast become double fruitful with the understanding of Ruach HaKodesh. Thou outward you is as leaders. Strengtheneth of Yah, that appeareth wicked to those of the world, which come out from a nation that testifies of Yahushua Elohim. Thy teeth are not uneven or broken out. They're symmetrical. They've been washed in the water of the word. They're double-fruited and all accounted for. Thy lips testify of Yahushua HaMashiach, and willingly help his 2 witnesses. Thy temples are filled with the word of Elohim, which the outward you is fastened to. Thy neck is like Yah's beloved tower of salvation, built for an armory, whereon thou hang 1,000 of Yah's troops, all troops of mighty men.
Hallelujah. It continues on in verses 5 through 8. It says, Thy consolations are like two priesthoods, which heed the warnings of the seven trumpeters and teach Yah's people to do likewise. Until I return to destroy the enemy with the brightness of my coming, I will get me to the kingdom of the priestly prayers and to the hill of priestly prayers. Thou art fair, my love. There is none that are violent, greedy for gain, nor any false teachers or doctrines in thee. Come with me from Lebanon, my spouse, with me from the nation of righteousness. Look from the top of those who have faith in me and are supported by me, the certainty of their covenant from the top of the righteous nations, devoted to religious use, dedicated to destruction of the satanic devourers' dens from the nation of beastly devourers. Let me have my next reader take verses 9 through 16, please.
Thou art my main concern, my sister, my spouse. Thou art my main concern with unification of perception / understanding of things. For I relate to our Father's instruction, which you wear about your neck. How fair is thy love, my sister, my spouse. How much better is thy love than wine, and the smell of thine unctions than all spices. Thy lips, O my spouse, drop as wisdom, knowledge, and Torah are under thy tongue, covering the interior of your body, and the smell of thy garments is like the smell of righteousness. The dwelling place of Yah is my sister, my spouse, a understanding, shut up, a sword sealed. My weapons are an orchard of resurrected ones, with pleasant fruits of Ruach HaKodesh, campfire with spikenard and saffron, calamus and cinnamon, with all trees of frankincense, myrrh and aloes, with all the chief prayers. A source of gardens, having rivers of living water, that is Ruach HaKodesh flowing from their bellies, and knowledge from righteousness trees. Awake, O cold dew and rain, and come, thou heat, prosperity, and health. Blow upon Yah's dwelling place, that the sweet savor thereof may flow out. Let my beloved come into his garden and eat his pleasant fruits.
Hallelujah. All right, we're going to continue on with chapter 5. Let me have my next reader read verses 1 through 9 of Song of Songs 5, 1 through 9.
Let my kinsman come down into his enclosed and guarded dwelling place and eat the fruit of his choices, ones beaten for light. I am come unto my enclosed and guarded dwelling place. My sister, my spouse, I have gathered my dead with my atonement in their prayers, and I have done my instructions with pleasure. I have drunk my wrath with my Torah. Eat, O friends, and drink, yeah, brethren, get tipsy, drunk. I sleep, but I dream. It is the voice of Yeshua that knocketh, saying, Open to me, my sister, my love with Ruach HaKodesh, my undefiled, for my head is filled with covering vegetation, and my harvest with the ruin of the ignorant. I have put off my flesh, how should I put it on? I have washed my walk, how should I defile it? My Yehusha, I have put in his hand by the hole of the door, and my mercies were moved for him. I rose up to Yehusha, and my works dropped with death, and my fingers with a blessed death upon the powers of the harvest. The watchmen that went above the city found me. They smote me, they wounded me. The keepers of the walls took away my veil from me. I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, if you find Yeshua, that you tell him, I am afflicted because of love. What is Yeshua? More other than Messiah. O thou fairest among women, what is thy Yeshua more than other Messiah, that thou doest so charge us?
Hallelujah. It continues in verses 10 through 16. It says, my beloved is glorified flesh, the chiefest among 10,000. In his head is holy unto Yah, and speak the right words at the right time, and his harvests are piled high. They're elevated and ignorant as an unclean messenger. His understandings are as the understandings of the harmless by Ruach HaKodesh, washed with Torah, fitly set. His cheeks are as a pile of prayers, as watchtowers, his lips like trumpets, speaking by inspiration of Ruach HaKodesh, covering depths. His works are holy unto Yah, set with the beryl. His heart is as bright ivory, overlaid with Yah's commandments. His walks are as righteous, steady and stable, set upon sockets of holiness to Yah. His countenance is as righteousness, excellent as the trees of righteousness. His mouth is most sweet, yea, he is altogether lovely. This is Yahushua, this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. And we have chapter 6. Then we have my next reader read verses 1 through 7.
Withered is thy passionate one gone, O thy fairest among women. Whither is thy passionate one turned aside, that we may seek him with thee? My passionate one is gone down into the tabernacles, to those who saw him with prayer, to feed in their tabernacles, to gather the trumpeters which warn the flock. I am the passionate ones, and my passionate one is mine. He feedeth among those who warn the flock. Thou art beautiful, O my companion, delightful, I'm pleased with you. Calmly as the city of peace, frightening as an army flaunting. Turn away thine eyes from me. They severely urge me, that outward appearance is as a flock of rebels, resisting the world's persecution, which emerge from your testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. Thy teeth are clean and white, which come up from the washing, whereby you became double fruitful, and none is barren among you. As a resurrected one are thy temples within thy outward appearance.
Hallelujah. It continues in verses 8 through 13, reading, there are proud queens and testifying concubines and virgins without number. My Ruach HaKodesh, filled my morally pious, is unified. She is the unified of her mother. She is the chosen one of her that bare her. The daughters saw her and blessed her. Yea, the queens and concubines, and they praised her. Who is she that appears, Yahushua, bright as the moon, clean as the sun, and frightening as an army flaunting? I went down into the tabernacle of nuts to see the green plants. I ate the life of the valley, and to see whether the body of Yahushua bore fruit, and if the resurrected have come forth. Or ever I was aware, my soul made me like a chariot of the people willing. Return, return, O peaceful one. Return, return, that we may look upon thee. That will ye see in the peaceful one, as it were the celebrating of two armies. Hallelujah. Chapter 7, verses 1 through 10. My next reader, please.
How bright is thy walk, O prince daughter! The joints of thy thighs are like jewels, the work of the hands of a cunning workman. Thy navel is like round goblet, which is filled with the blood of Yahushua. Thy belly is filled with the body of Yahushua, set about with lilies. Thy consolations are like two strong twins. Thy is strong, royal, and righteous. Thine perception and understanding are highly focused, as the daughter of the Great One. Thy teaching is as the upright of thy righteous, which looks towards the enemy. Thine leaders upon thee is like an orchard or vineyard, and the covering of thine leaders like royalty. The king is held in the galleries. How bright and how agreeable art thou, O love for luxuries, that this thy stature is upright, and thy breast to cluster of fruits of Ruach HaKodesh. I said, I will go up to the upright, I will take hold of the boughs therefore. Now also thy consolations shall be as clusters of fruits of the Ruach HaKodesh, and the smell of thy teachers like timely reprovers. a nice speech like the best covenant for my beloved, that goes down sweetly, causing the lips of those that are dead to speak. I am my Yahushua's, and his desire is towards me.
Hallelujah. Continues in verses 11 through 13. It says, come, my beloved. Let us go forth into the world. Let us lodge in the places guarded of Yah. Let us get up early to the body of Yahushua. Let us see if the body of Yahushua flourish, whether they bear fruit. If the resurrection has occurred, whether will I give thee my loves. The love apples give a smell at our gates, are all manner of pleasant fruits of the Ruach HaKodesh. New and old will they have laid up for thee, O my beloved. And then we have chapter 8. Let me have my next reader read verses 1 through 7.
O that thou wert as my brother, that sucked the consolations of my mother. When I should find thee without, I would kiss thee, yea, I should not be despised. I would lead thee and bring thee into my mother's house. Who would instruct me? I would cause thee to drink of prayers of vengeance, of the blood of my resurrected. His left hand should be under my head, and his right hand should embrace me. I charge you, O daughters of New Jerusalem, that ye stir not up, nor await my love, until he please. Who is this that Elohim kept in the wilderness, which comes up from the wilderness, reclining up on her beloved? I raised thee up under the apple tree. There thy mother brought thee forth. There she brought thee forth that beareth thee. Set me as a seal upon thine heart, as a seal upon thine arm. For love is strong as death. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. The coals of thereof are coals of fire, which has a most vehement flame. Many deceptions cannot quench love, neither can the floods filled with lies drown it. If a man would give all the substance of his house for love, it would utterly be contemned.
Hallelujah. Continues in verses 8 through 14, saying, we have a little sister, and she have no consolers. What shall we do for our sister in the day that she be spoken for? If she be a protector, we will build upon her a wall, protector of purified, refined, and made valuable via the fire. And she be a doorkeeper, we will enclose her with boards of righteousness like unto the temple of Yahuwah. I am a protector, and my consolers, that is, those who bring cheer in times of distress or depression, like watchtowers. Then was I in his eyes as one that found favor. Yahushua had a vineyard at the Lord of abundance. He let out the vineyard unto keepers. Everyone for the fruit thereof was to bring 1,000 pieces of silver. But instead they killed all who was sent to collect. My house of Israel, which is mine, is before me. Thou, O Yahushua, must have those fully mature and those that keep the fruit of insufficiency. Thou that dwellest in the protected place of Elohim, the companions, hearken to thy voice. Cause me to hear it. Make haste, my beloved, and be thou like to a roe or a young hart upon the mountains of prayers. Hallelujah. The Song of Songs was very difficult. It was very difficult. It's a very sensual piece, a very sensual poem. And actually, like, I don't know if I want to do this. Actually, after I had done this study the first time, I was inspired to write a poem of my own. And kind of in the same vein as the Song of Songs. I'm a bit embarrassed to read it though.
We want to hear it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Follow your heart.
Yeah.
Share your heart.
Overcoming our
All right, we shall see. Okay, here goes nothing.
Oh, man.
Alright, so we have Obadiah Ministry present the poem of poems. So that's what I called it. Yeah, help me. Alright. I never imagined that I could fall in love with Yah's word. And if one had tried to tell me so, I'd have thought it absurd. Yet here I am, so in love with the word, I'm head over heels. This isn't puppy love, nor am I just chasing thrills, for I've sworn to never be without Yah's word, even if I'm killed. This has become my sincere religious conviction. Therefore, regardless of any affliction that arises as a result, I've given the word my life as an adult. And if the word wants to role play, that's okay by me. If it wants to be Big Daddy, I have no problem becoming childlike. If it wants me to become a slave in like manner, I'll behave. I'll serve the word as master for better or worse, in success or disaster. When the word kisses are as honey do, I will. Yet when its spanking says honey don't, I won't. For me, life has become as simple as that. No longer do I question Yah's word, I just accept it as fact. Some may think that this love makes me a fool. And if so, that's cool. We've all heard that love is blind, and I'll be the first to admit I'm blind as a bat. Because this love I feel for Yah's word is real. In fact, if loving Yah's word is wrong, then I don't want to be right. I'd rather stay blinded by its light. And if seeing means giving up the word is fondling me, then you can keep your sight. Besides, I don't need to see, for the word tells me it'll be my eyes and lead me in the way I should go. And I know this may seem to you as just jive, but I promise you it's nothing such. The word actually does guide me. All I have to do is just respond to its spiritual touch. Therefore, I'm good, because that's all I think about anyway is the word's sweet caress, as well as its penetration into my most crucial situations, insisting that righteousness remain a must, which, by the way, feels so good it make a preacher want to cuss. Just thinking about it causes me an inward stimulation and makes me want to yell from the sensation of my veneration for the word's integration of my very soul. You see, regardless the position I find myself in, whether broken or made whole, if the word wants me on my back, standing bent over on my knees or tippy toes, I'll do it earnestly and quick like a fiend pursuing his next hit. You see, I've had my dreams come true, and if you've never experienced true love, then you haven't a clue. Good for you, I'm not selfish, rather I like to share. In fact, the word tells me to invite others into our love. We believe the more the merrier. We want others to experience true love too. Why? Just because we care. Therefore, we invite you to come and share in our love affair. When it's time to get intimate, don't be afraid. Just relax your mind and submit to its cascade. Discard any inhibitions arising within your soul and unfold your carnal nature and make it to yield. Unblock the entrance and give the word access to your open field. Submit yourself to the word of Elohim and just let it do its thing. Allow it to cultivate your garden, play with your lilies, and get all touchy-feely. Ideally, I really want to watch its tree of life be planted within your warm, moist soil, as well as see you experience the climax of his most precious oil. It's guaranteed to bring gladness. I'm going mad just thinking about all this, because I know if your soil is good, it won't matter if you're male, female, young, or old, you'll experience the most awesome sensations untold, as well as the joy of impregnation, as well as germination of a new creation within that far surpass any prior jubilation of your flesh. And the crazy thing is that even though you'll know that he's a lover of many a soul, he'd make you feel as if there isn't anyone but you. And it'll feel so true that you'll fall in love with the word of Elohim too. Then you'll also be compelled to invite others to join your love affair as well. Even every man, woman, boy, and girl, neither of you will be bothered by the thoughts of the world. Your only concerns will be with that from above and sharing with the world your newfound love.
Hallelujah.